In this video I'm going to take a look at what a solicitor's lien is. A solicitor's lien is a common law concept. It basically means that a solicitor can hold on to a client's file until his fees and outlay have been discharged. Now this is very relevant if you are somebody who has had a dispute with your solicitor. Because the bottom line is you're going to have a hard time doing anything or proceeding unless you discharge the solicitor's fees. Now ultimately the file is your file, but he or she, the solicitor, is entitled to be paid for the work and entitled to have fees and outlays discharged. This particular situation has come up fairly recently in my experience in relation to 2 or 3 employment cases. And in these employment cases, what happened was the employee in one particular case was brought a claim to the Workplace Relations Commission, had a solicitor, the solicitor instructed a barrister, they actually got on very well at the WRC, got a very good result in my view, and the employee in question was made quite a significant award of compensation. However, when the employee in question received the legal bill, it was queried and a dispute arose. And to cut to the chase, the employee did not pay the solicitor. So there was a bit of a Mexican standoff at that stage, and the employee claimed that he wasn't aware that the solicitor was going to use a barrister and so on, and wasn't aware that the bill was going to come to the figure that it did come to. But the bottom line is, even after getting the award, there would have been a significant payback, a significant award still left for the employee in question. And what happened then, however, was that the employer, not being happy with the outcome of the WRC decision, decided to appeal the case. So the case was then appealed to the Labour Court. Now the employee has a problem because the case is going to the Labour Court. The solicitor, though, first solicitor, has down tools and is not going to do anything until he's paid, and you can't really blame him. And the employee is expecting that solicitor to go to the Labour Court then and deal with the appeal without having been paid. So again a dispute arose, and the solicitor said basically that he wasn't going to represent the client because he was afraid that he wasn't going to get paid, and essentially he wasn't going to throw good money after bad. The employee in question then, he contacted me, and I gave him some brief outline as to what his options were, and I actually recommended or told him that the best thing to do was probably to go to the solicitor and rebuild the relationship, amend the fences, agree the fee, whatever it is, have it out, but you're better off having that solicitor who has the file, who is familiar with the file, who has instructed a barrister, who understands the case, to represent him at the Labour Court appeal. The employee then went along to the solicitor, and the solicitor's position was that I'm not prepared to negotiate my fee, I'm entitled to get paid, and quite frankly I actually agree with the solicitor. He got a good result, he charged a reasonable fee for his time and expertise, and he ought to have been paid. The employee then wasn't able to mend the fences, wasn't able to rebuild the relationship, with the result then that the Labour Court hearing came on and the employee couldn't get the file off the solicitor because the solicitor hadn't been paid, and no other solicitor can take on that file unless he gives an undertaking to pay the first solicitor. But the second solicitor is not going to take on the file without being in funds, because if he gives an undertaking to the first solicitor, he's on the hook, and he could have a hard time getting paid as well, particularly if the Labour Court appeal was lost. So the employee, he was in a very difficult position of having to go to the Labour Court and attempt to represent himself in the Labour Court without the file, without any preparation, at very short notice, and up against a solicitor probably and a barrister on the other side, on the employer side. But the fact of the matter is the employee would not have had that difficulty if he or she had paid up the fee, or at least, the very least, maintained a decent working relationship with his solicitor, because if he did, he would have had a far better chance of holding on to what he had won at the WRC. So that's what a solicitor's lien is. The solicitor's lien is a common law concept. It allows the solicitor to hold on to the file until his fee has been discharged. And you need to be aware then, if you enter into a relationship with a solicitor or instruct a solicitor in an employment matter or in litigation or indeed anything else, that the solicitor can hold on to the file until he's paid. So you do need to be careful about falling out or having disputes and that sort of thing. You really do need to be clear at the outset as to what the agreed fee is, or at least the method by which the fee is going to be calculated and so on. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, give it a thumbs up down below, and you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel.